Well, hello there, boys and girls. This old Doc Hatfield, Preacher Man Piper, coming to you again. I wanted to come to you today because I've got something I want to show you. This is a Winslow pipe, and I'm smoking 1A Linfield in it. James Stumbo sent me this, and I think it is just beautiful. And I wanted you to see it. Now that eagle isn't inlaid. You can see that I can trace around it with my finger. But if I bring it up close, you might can see my name and a flag. And he made this for it to go in. And when you put it together, it looks like this. I just wanted to show that to you because I think that that's some of the best work that James Stumbo has ever done, and it was so kind of him to give that to me, and I want you to know I appreciate it. Now, as you notice, I haven't used it yet, but that's because it's so pretty I don't want to mess it up. I know you're surprised that I'm back here so soon, but I told you I'd try to come on at least once a week. I've got a little something I want to read to you, and this is talking about me. This is how I truly feel. So let me read it to you. If this earthly tabernacle should be dissolved today, I'd trade it in for a finer one that would not pass away. But till that day arrives, when it's time for me to be moving out, it's such sweet peace to know that the Lord still lives in this old house. The sweetest fellowship I've known has fortified these walls, and peace has reigned since He's been one that walks up and down these halls. With snow on the rooftop now, and these hinges nearly worn out, it's such a joy to know that the Lord still lives in this old house. To Him, it's been a dwelling place where He's kept His hand in mine. To me, it's a home away from home. That's what it really is. It sure ain't fine or fancy. And all I can boast about, after all these years, is the Lord still lives in this old house. There were times when He had the right to just up and move away. And there were times when it took great, amazing grace for Him to stay within these walls. But He never left this old body once. That's why I can sing and I can shout. 'Cause all these years, the Lord still lives in this old house. Well, I wanted to read that to you because that's me 100% right there. That's me 100%. I like this tobacco. This tobacco's an English tobacco. I can't tell you nothing about it because I didn't look it up. And if I'm going to tell you about it, I got to look it up. Because if I don't look it up just before I come on here, I'll not remember it 15 minutes after I look it up. I've been asked by several people to do a live. I can't do a live. There's so many lives that are going on now, live streams that are going on now, that you don't need one more. And second of all, y'all talk about things that I just don't ever talk about. Or I don't ever get into. But I enjoy your live streams. I hope that y'all understand that. I guess I might sometime do a Zoom with somebody. They would have to lead the conversation because I'm not good at doing that. Now I can get up in a pulpit and preach old time preaching, but many times when I go to a party where several people are gathered, I just kind of look on more or less instead of getting into it. That's just me. That's just the way I'm made. God made me. It's His fault. I will tell you one story and then I'll go. When I was just young, 14, 15 years old, telephone rang in our house. My dad answered the phone, and this lady from the church said, "My husband's fixing to commit suicide. Could you come help?" So I went with my dad out there to that house, and we walked in the front living room, and he was sitting in a chair, like a dining chair, had a .357 in his hand. He had a bunch of things happen to him that he just could not live with anymore. His wife and his two children, which were, I think one of them was 9 years old and one of them was 11 years old. They were standing in the doorway of the kitchen, which goes into the living room. And my dad started talking to this man, trying to talk him down. It didn't work. I finally said to the man, "Don't you love your children? Why are you doing this in front of your children?" He said, I love my children, but my children are not my responsibility anymore. So I went and I walked past him and told that mother, I said, let's get these children out of here. And so I got them children out and away. I said, y'all stay right here. Don't move. Stay right here. I said, I got to go back in. My dad might need me. And so I walked back in. I walked past him again, walked over to stood beside my dad. And just that quick, he pulled the trigger. He blew his brains all over the wall, all over the floor. I helped my dad clean all that up because that was way too much for his wife. And he had her call the police, and the police came out. And of course the ambulances came out, and they got him and took him. And one of the cops said to my dad, said, your son witnessed that? And he said, yeah, he did. He said, well, why would you let your son? And I broke in and said, hey, shut up. Leave my dad alone. I didn't get hurt. And the guy didn't know what to say. Later on, about a week later, my dad come to me and asked me if that was bothering me any at all. I said, no. No. I said, I have no doubt that his wife's a Christian, but I said, I don't know whether he was or not. It was just something that I know that in this day and time, nobody would want their child to experience or to see. Well, our temperature here is 24 degrees. They say it feels like 13 outside. Don't you worry a bit about it. I'm not going to go out there to find out. I'm staying right here in my office and staying warm. Indeed I am. Well, it's been good coming back and seeing you. I hope everything's fine with everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. You who are suffering from this COVID of any kind that it is, whether it's Omicron or anything else, I've got you in my prayers. And I've got you on my heart. So I guess, till I see you next time, may the good Lord watch over you. May the good Lord take care of every circumstance in your life and supply every need that you have. Okay? Light you up a good pipe. I don't think I'll just show you this. I think that's just a beautiful little old pipe right there. So until then, I'll see you. Bye-bye.